Magkasabay pala mga kababayan yung investigasyon ng Kongreso saka ng Senado. Sa Congress, nagsasagawa ng investigasyon sa alleged gentleman's agreement po yung ating mga kongresista. Sa Senado, yung PDEA leaks mga kababayan na dahil lang sa butas, nagkabutas-butas yung investigasyon. Yang kabutas-butas mga kababayan yung investigasyon ni Senator Bato. Ngayon ding araw na to, continuation po. Ang sabi, last na to. Tingnan natin kung
nagpapagang mga balita at pagtalakay sa mga isyu na lipunan. Pulsa, opinyon, banat at paglalantad sa katotohanan. Pulsa, what you see is what you get. You decide.
Last na to. Nagsisimula pa lang mga kababayan ngayon, Committee on Public Order, Dangerous Drugs. May 2020-2024. So mamaya mga kababayan, iparating natin kung ano yung mga sinasabi naman po na mga kasinungalingan. Gusto mo pa rin, Mr. Maravillas, mapakinggan yung mga kasinungalingan ni Morales? Pakinggan lang natin. Ang intensyon natin, maipaabot sa inyo yung impormasyon at basagin po natin yung kasinungalingan para hindi umubra. Yun ang ating intensyon. At sa Congress naman po, ito yung live feed sa congressional hearing. Si Congressman Neftali Gonzales II, chairperson po, ini-establish niya kung talagang mayroon ba na gentleman's agreement o kung binding ba naman baga. If it is talaga binding, kasi wala man yatang pinirmahang papel, verbal, oral agreement lang po. Yan ang sabi kanina mga kababayan. Ang problema, yung mga invited ng Congress, mga kababayan, na mga resource persons nila, yung mga previous officials, sina Executive Secretary Mijaldea, yung Defense Secretary si Lorenzana, yung National Security Advisor si Esperon yata yon, hindi man po nag-appear, absent. Kung ano-ano daw na mga excuses, may kanya-kanya pong may kanya-kanyang rason kung bakit hindi naka-attend sa congressional hearing. Ay nakalata yung si Congressman Conggon para niyang nagkasabay-sabayan niya na may lakad sila. Pero halata na umiiwas ito mga previous officials, mga dating opisyal ng previous administration. Halata ba? So, balik tayo dito sa ating kwento. Yung mga in-invite po na hindi nag-attend kasi may mga kung ano-anong rason. Halatang umiiwas po. Ang sabi, i-re-invite. Pag hindi pa rin po, i-contempt naman yan ng mga congressmen tulad ni Pacquiao. Ipa-aresto, mga kababayan. Iyan ang mga maisog po. Maisog na talawag. Ang naarap na po sa investigation, yung mga maisog ayaw nang mag-attend. Nagsisipagtago po, mga kababayan. Ito po, statement po ni Secretary Anyo na hindi siya parte ng secret agreement.
If there is any such agreement, it is not and will never be binding upon the current administration. Even President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has already made his unequivocal stance on this series of alleged, unsubstantiated, or imaginary promises, or a secret or non-binding agreement or deals. He is not aware of it, and if there was such done under a previous administration, the same has been rescinded, since the President himself already rescinded such. If any, it should already put this issue to rest. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
So, nilinaw po ng present administration through the National Security Council, chairman, si Secretary Anyo, na kung mayroon man na pinasok yung previous administration based sa stand ng ating Pangulong BBM, it's not binding. Anong pinasok nila? yung administrasyon ni Mau Diggs, na yung mga opisyal po, absent, hindi nag-attend. And very clear yung sinabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, ni-agree. But before ko mga kababayan, bigay sa inyo yung full story ng mga balitang yan, click subscribe muna dito sa ating YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa mga kaganapan dito sa ating bansa. Like and share na rin po ninyo ng ating video. At huwag na rin po ninyo na skip yung ating mga commercial ads para tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-unlad ng bagong Pilipinas. Sa mga naganap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta na lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab car rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and Meralco Bills, Aleco Bills, PLDT, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Lanco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Gilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Na-set up na rin yung aming mga bagong gym equipments. May treadmill na rin po kami. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. Eye Glow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream, pinapahid po sa mga pulses and affected area. Mainam po siya sa mga pains, mga paninigas na mga kaso-kasuan. Pinapahid-pahid lang po siya sa mga pulses. Ito naman po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Ningxia Red Mix Fruit Drink. Hindi man po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ayos na ayos niya, Mr. Maravillas. Men po na pinasok ng previous administration is effectively rescinded. Imbalido na siya. So, patuloy natin mga kababayan. Ang sinasabi,
continuing extraordinary support that Congress has been giving the Coast Guard to allow us fulfill the roles that you have given us. And number 3, I come here to assure the Filipino people that in accordance with the directive of the President, your Coast Guard shall remain calm, shall remain professional, shall remain resolute. We will be undeterred in pursuing our basic role to secure the country's territorial integrity and sovereignty, no matter what it takes. Second, along with my third manifestation, I'd like to assure everyone that the Coast Guard has no knowledge on whatever gentleman's agreement therein. And it won't matter.
Dininay po ng Coast Guard.
Because the Philippine Coast Guard will only follow the directive being issued to us by the President Bongbong Marcos Jr. Thank you, Your Honors.
Maraming salamat, Philippine Coast Guard, the person of Admiral Ronnie Gaban. We appreciate your presence. Of course, nagpapasalamat po kami sa inyong efforts and sacrifices ng men, women, and civilian personnel of the Philippine Coast Guard. Mabuhay kayo. Salamat po.
Si Admiral Garcia naman po ito.
As
ng Philippine Coast Guard, yung dating Coast Guard Commandant.
I'd like to express my sincerest gratitude inviting me here to shed light on
yung
the
kanina
issue
po,
pertaining to
yung kanina, yung present Coast Guard Commandant,
and of course the Xi Jinping of China. Again, as far as the Philippine Coast Guard is concerned, during my time from 2016 to 2022, we have not heard of any gentleman's agreement between the two presidents. Otherwise, it could have been cascaded down to us as the forefront agency in our quest towards protecting our sovereignty and sovereign rights in the South China Sea and West Philippine Sea. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Salamat po, Admiral Garcia. We now call on the representative ng Department of Justice.
Yung kanina, mga kababayan, si yung nagsalita kanina, yung incumbent commandant, si Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill, La Torilla Gaban. So siya yung nagsalita, mga kababayan, kanina, para alam ninyo, ma-identify. So ituloy natin. From the DOJ naman ito.
Not privy to this agreement, has not seen the contents of this agreement, does not know the contents of this agreement. And in any case, this agreement has been rescinded already by the President himself last August 9, 2023. And this agreement, if indeed it is illegal because you haven't seen its contents, does not in any way bind the Philippines, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So wala silang nakita, mga kababa, agreement na sinasabi ni Harimau na may may pinasok ang secret agreement.
Madam Representative of
yan sabi ni
DOJ,
Harimau, pinasubo yung amo niya.
Is a gentleman's agreement between two presidents legal or illegal?
Mr. Chair, I took note
From the
of
DOJ.
What you said before on the definition of a gentleman's agreement, because a gentleman's agreement can exist in international law. No? It's an oral treaty. It's usually in the form of an oral treaty. And oral
tawag ng ganyan, oral treaty daw. So, ini-establish po kung sa kanila, on their legal opinion po, if it is binding.
law, but whether or not it is legal would depend on its contents, Mr. Chair. So that's why we need to know the actual contents of this agreement. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, can
Madam
be
Chair,
allowed,
I fully
Anya.
agree with you na sa content ang kailangan natin malaman. So thank you, ma'am. We call on
May I have
Chairman.
a question? Under our Constitution, even an oral treaty, it has to be
Si Gonzales pa,
ratified by the
Congressman.
Mr. Chair, it's also related, Mr. Co-Chair, it's also related to the contents of the treaty, Mr. Chair, because under domestic law, Mr. Chair, there are two kinds of treaties, executive agreements and the treaties proper. For executive agreements, there's no need for the concurrence of the Senate. Upon the other hand, if it's a treaty proper, then it would need to be submitted to the Senate for its concurrence to the ratification of the President. Now, so we need to know based on the contents of the agreement whether it can be the proper subject agreement or a proper subject of a treaty proper. So, Mr. On domestic jurisprudence of the case of
So mga
Commissioner
legal
of
ano po
Customs
siya,
versus
legal
Eastern
opinion.
Secretary discuss the difference between an executive agreement and a treaty, and it tells us there that if the contents of the agreement entered into with another state changes national policy, permanent in nature, that it needs to be in a treaty form, Mr. Chair, which means that if it changes an existing national policy, the Senate needs to be involved, Mr. Chair. So it's all related to the contents of the actual agreement, Mr. Chair.
The West Philippine Sea is part of the arbitral ruling.
The West Philippine Sea, Mr. Chair, refers to our maritime areas on the western side of the archipelago. So it refers to our maritime zones on the western side of the archipelago. Our maritime zones include the exclusive economic zone, and the exclusive economics with respect to the issue on our exclusive, the arbitral tribunal has ruled in our favor and has clarified that that vast area of land,
Alam na natin yan.
200 nautical baselines or strictly 188 nautical miles from the outer limit of our territorial sea is the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. Pag sinasabi po natin West Philippine Sea, it's largely the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. And yes, this has been clarified by the Mr. Chair.
And part of that would be the Ayungin Shoal. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Ayungin Shoal, or international name Second Thomas Shoal, is included in the award. There's a discussion there on Second Thomas Shoal. As described in the award, the tribunal said that Ayungin Shoal is about 100 nautical miles from Palawan, from our archipelagic baselines in Palawan, and it classified Second Thomas Shoal or Ayungin Shoal as a low tide elevation under UNCLOS, under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, and so therefore, being a low tide elevation, it is submerged during high tide, but above water during low tide. It forms part of our exclusive economic zone. The waters form part of our exclusive economic zone, and the submerged area of Ayungin Shoal forms part of the shelf. 110 nautical miles from Palawan within our 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone, Mr. Chair.
At ano ang karapatan ng ating bansa over our exclusive economic zone? Ano included in our rights over the exclusive economic zone?
With respect to our rights, Mr. Chair, these are also enumerated in Article 56 of UNCLOS. And UNCLOS provides that we have sovereign rights in our exclusive economic zone, sovereign rights with respect to the exploration and exploitation of the natural resources of the zone, which include enjoying all the fishes and marine resources of the zone, and jurisdiction, exclusive jurisdiction with respect to the construction of artificial islands, installations, and others.
So tayo may karapatan, exclusive nga
of marine scientific research, taking of measures to protect and preserve the marine environment. So sovereign rights, Mr. Chair, means exclusive rights to the access of the
so wala silang karapatan doon, exclusive sa atin po.
So nasa BRP Sierra Madre.
But
where is the BRP Sierra Madre located?
Oh, BRP Sierra Madre, Mr. Chair, is in Second Thomas Shoal or Ayungin Shoal. It's been there since 1999, Mr. Chair, guarding the shoal.
In other words, atin din yun, di ba?
The BRP Sierra Madre? Yes, yeah. Mr. Chair.
So, being ours, it is also our duty to repair, not only to supply food, etc. Is it not?
Yes, it's within our jurisdiction and authority and sovereignty, Mr. Chair. Isn't it that we have this exclusive rights to construct our own exclusive economic
Tapos pinagbabawal ng China.
There is an agreement. That's oral agreement for that matter. Na sinasabi na, sige, hindi na namin paparepair yan.
So hindi man dapat tayo papasok sa agreement?
Territorial right over BRP?
Kasi nga,
because you're talking about territorial right, Mr. Chair, because legally speaking, the lawyers would just say we have sovereign rights there, not part of our territory, but we're given exclusive rights to the natural resources of that area, Mr. Chair. So since we don't have an official confirmation of the contents of this agreement, so this is just an academic answer, Mr. Chair. If there is a surrender, okay, I wouldn't say surrender, maybe because a gentleman's agreement is usually temporary in nature, right? The gentleman's agreement is usually temporary in nature, so they can just agree for that time that they would not. But is it BRP Sierra Madre? Is it because? This is the problem, Mr. Chair. What is the agreement? Is it to remove BRP Sierra Madre? That is so we don't know the contents. Is it to remove BRP Sierra Madre?
So malabo.
Is it not to reinforce BRP Sierra Madre?
Walang document verbal.
Right, Mr. Chair?
As you have said, that it's a surrender of a sovereign right. Should it be by virtue of an oral agreement only, or under our constitution, it should be based on a treaty that should be submitted to the Senate for ratification?
If it's temporary, because treaties are usually permanent. If it's temporary, it can be oral. But if it changes national policy, Mr. Chair, it needs the involvement of the Senate, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair. Honorable Konghun.
To the representative of DOJ, thank you, Mr. Chair. Have you heard about the former President Rodrigo Duterte press conference last April 11, 2024 at Davao City? Have you heard that?
I heard there was that conference, but I was not able to watch, Your Honor. Apologies.
Lahat yun murahan.
Itatanong ko sana, kasi may mga sinabi siya doon tungkol sa naging usapan nila ni
Rally at press con, laging may murahan po.
Paloob yung mga sinabi niyang detalye ng kung saan sa kanilang usapan. Can we ask you, ma'am, na at least sa susunod na hearing, no, if ever na magpunta ka dito, pwede niyo ba tignan, no, yung mga nasa sa loob kung saan yung separatist